taken over cooking with Miss Carlson. Now what we'll bake is cakes and cupcakes and cookies and all the sweet things that isn't healthy.
Nice try, nice try. But today we are actually going to make a sweet treat. We are going to make no-bake cookies. This is a pretty simple recipe that you can put together, and you don't need the oven for this.
I wanted there to be a dark part of it.
All right. Okay, so what you're going to need for this is 2 cups of sugar, 1/4 of a cup of cocoa.
Oh yes,
Yep.
different cocoa instead of chocolate.
You need 1 stick of butter, 1/2 of a cup of milk, 3 tablespoons of peanut butter, a teaspoon of vanilla, and 2 3/4 cups of quick oats. These should be the quick oats.
How do we replace the vanilla with vanilla ice cream?
Nice try. Okay, so what you're going to do first is put your stick of butter into a saucepan on your stove. Alright, so really the only cooking part of this is just to melt your butter down and cook the cocoa. So, we'll let our butter melt down, we'll measure out our sugar.
I call it sugar.
This does take a lot of sugar.
I want to put the sugar.
Okay. Alright. Go ahead.
Can I get a little bit too much sugar?
We're going to do that one more time.
Wait, why is it
Go ahead. 1 cup.
pour it on?
Yep. Hurry up so we get the other one. 1 cup.
Put the sugar on the butter.
And then 2 cups of sugar.
Dump it.
We need 1/2 of a cup of
It's
cocoa.
like a mountain now. I don't see. I want cocoa. Coco the
Do
movie.
you want to grab the whisk out?
Yeah, sure. Where's the whisk? In here?
Yep.
I wanted to put the.
No, the other one. 1/2 of a cup of cocoa and 1/2 of a cup of milk. You're going to add all of this to your pan.
There's a whisk. It just
Okay.
looks like a mountain now. It doesn't even look like. There's
Looks
butter.
like a mountain.
Yeah,
Okay.
it does.
All right, so all you're going to do is whisk this down, and we're going to let this come to a boil. We'll come back as soon as that happens so you can see what that looks like.
Wait till you see the show.
Okay, so as your chocolate is boiling, once it starts to actually boil, you start to see some bubbles in there, you're going to set a timer for 1 minute. And this has to cook down for approximately 1 minute as it's simmering. Okay, so while you do that, you can get ready to add your other ingredients after this has boiled for 1 minute. What you're going to need is about 1/4 of a cup of peanut butter, or 3 tablespoons, but I find it's easier to measure in a 1/4 cup than it is in the actual tablespoon. So put that into your 1/4 cup. We're going to need about 2 3/4 cups of quick oats. So I'll get our first cup measured out and ready to go in. Once our timer goes off, we're going to take this from the heat and immediately add our other ingredients. That includes our peanut butter, our vanilla, and our oatmeal. Another thing you could do while you're waiting is to get some wax paper out, and that's going to have to lay on one of your surfaces so you can put your cookies down on the wax paper. Okay, so that's been a minute. We're going to add in our peanut butter, just like this, and our vanilla. Be careful when vanilla gets dropped into a boiling liquid, it is going to sizzle a little bit, so just be careful with that. So I have 1/2 of a teaspoon right here. We're going to add this twice. Oops, see, I'm going to turn off. Okay, see it's bubbling a little bit. Just be careful it doesn't splatter up on you.
Yeah, that'd be really bad. You get hurt really badly.
You would. Okay, now you're going to add your oatmeal. The reason I say 2 3/4 cup, most recipes call for 3 cups of oatmeal, but I like these a little gooey and not super hard. So that's why I only put about 2 3/4 of a cup of oatmeal in these. All right, I'm gonna switch over to a spoon. All you'll do is stir this up, and then we're going to plop this down on some wax paper and then let it sit until they harden and they are ready to eat. So I'll show you one so you like. You'll lay your wax paper out. I'm going to use one of these little scoopers. They come out a little bit easier. And then you just plop it on your wax paper, just like that. So if you don't like them super gooey, you can always add a little bit more oatmeal. But around here we like things a little bit gooey, so we shorten up the amount of oatmeal. And that's all there is to no bakes. Thanks for joining us today.